远古大陆，群雄割据，四方势力，战火不绝。一为勇气，穿梭于丛林之间，一切障碍都被他视作为猎物。一为力量，劈开了世间万物，巨剑出鞘，是将世界破坏殆尽。一为智慧，操纵着远古奥义，突破自身，迸发出耀世的光芒。一为坚韧，为囚禁了千百年，打破禁锢，只为复仇整个世界。群魔并起，鸟兽无名，王者相争，独霸天下。
Ready to work.
Back to Shanghai with match number 2 for the first time ever. These two veterans will clash. It's Group C, match 4. It's the legend with the third stage match here, undefeated in series and in maps, is Moon.
Finally seems to be showing up here in shape at the Gold League. In previous GCS iterations, it wasn't his tournament, never was. Always disappointing, but yeah, he is showing up in shape, or he was showing up in shape on day number 1. Nidal fans, Moon fans around the world hope that this shape continues. He may have very well looked the strongest out of all players so far. Our next contestant, the best orc in Europe without a question, Cash, entering the stage. He's been looking pretty good himself. Wouldn't say the strongest out of all the players that we have here, but he has quite a bit to prove as well. It's been such a long time since he was at the last offline event for him. That was WEC back in 2014. Now he has the grand stage again, and perhaps can take out one of the world's greatest.
He was so unlucky in the qualifiers, man. Always one spot away from making it. It doesn't matter if WCA or GCS or now WGL. Foggy actually enabled the slot for him by qualifying via NetEase. That opened up the 5th slot for Europe, and Cash grabbed it. And since then, is performing rather well.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what it is. Is it the offline setting? You know, some people thrive in that kind of scenario. And so far, it seems to be like, yeah, he's absolutely blossoming here, we might say.
The Russian connection is pretty strong here with 100 kg, the Orga, Hawk, Neutron, Foggy. Of course, Sonic is there as well. They all help each other. They all talk a lot about the games and prepare stuff for them. How can you prepare for Moon?
With a lot of practice, first of all. You don't stand a chance if you don't show up here, as it is looking so far. Moon has adopted the new style of 1.30 very, very well. I think when the patch newly came out, he was still trying the hand at the talents. We saw some keepers trying the hand at talents still with some success, but this has completely rotated out. It is more about early game, more about expansions, not necessarily. Some Nidals play more aggressively. But with Moon, being Moon, I think we're going to see more than one Tree of Life in possibly all of those games.
Yeah, Twisted Meadows will most likely be vetoed by Cash, I guess. It is Moon Meadows, as they call it here. Hopefully Cash can make it, man. He has such a great shot in a tough group with Moon and Infi and Shishi. He can still make it. Infi was successful against Cash, but it was only a 2-1. Infi is leading, by the way, at the moment. Same as Sonic, who is already eliminated. And here we have Moon. WCA, WCG, all the biggest tournaments of the year were not his. Is this the big... not breakout. Moon doesn't need a breakout, but a breaking of the curse. You see it here. Wins against Sonic 2-1 and also a win against PCG. He stands as 2-1. Same as Shishi, same as Infi. And if he could defeat Moon, if he could be the first one to defeat Moon, he might stand in the top 8. Yeah, Cash is banning Twisted Meadows as well as Amazonia. Moon gets rid of Echo Isles and Last Refuge, leaves us with CH, Northern Isles, and Terranas Stand. Moon picks TS, and we start on Northern Isles.
Alright, the maps remain largely the same. We've seen a lot of Terranas Stand and a lot of the new maps Concealed Hill and Northern Isles have only been added into our rotation, map pool rotation for this season. We said goodbye to Turtle Rock and Ancient Isles for very good reason, in my opinion, and have ended up with some pretty damn well-balanced maps, if you ask me. And here it is, Northern Isles. By far the larger of the two maps that we have had coming in with the new ones. It is pretty sure the second largest, right? Yeah, has to be. So does that favor Moon? As you said earlier, Moon on Twisted Meadows. We've seen plenty of games with plenty of expansions. Is this going to be such an economically driven game once again? Or is he going to use that Keeper to its full early game aggression potential as we load into map number 1?
Cash's first performance here on the big stage. How will that affect him if he faces, or when he faces, the icon of Warcraft 3? Cash representing Russia and the Wolves, spawning in the bottom left, Moon in the upper right. Is he too confident now after the great start yesterday with all the wins against Shishi and Infi especially? It was a 12-minute series against Infi in round number 2, which was pretty disappointing for all of us. Moon has also beaten PCG, and that's why he's standing at 3-0. The qualifiers for Moon were pretty okay. 7th rank in the NetEase qualifier in July, 3rd one in August, 4th in September. In October, though, wasn't that great. So we thought, okay, oh no, it was actually 9 to 12 in September. In October, he didn't play at all. So his shape in the qualifiers was declining. But he won the Shenkui Cup in between, showing up there, maybe hiding a few strategies in the NetEase qualifier. Cash on the other side through the European qualifier. That was a little easier, to say the least. Moon only 50% against Orc. That's not so much. Cash with 54 against Night Elf. Both average, I'd say. Moon against Orc a little below average. But yeah, as I said before, first time ever Moon versus Cash.
Thinking of their training regime, this should not be too bad for Cash, right? In Europe, we don't have the fiercest competition, certainly not the same as we have in China and Korea, but we have some really damn strong Night Elves, always have had, back in the Watchy Rich days already and before, and nowadays, of course, we still have Sonic and Foggy, and nowadays Neutron as well, and Cash should have plenty of experience against them playing on the Northern server.
We saw the result, by the way, Infi defeating Shishi 2-0. That is not that good for Cash, because he was already defeated by Infi before yesterday. And the direct comparison is more important here in the group stage. Would have loved to see a Shishi win over there, but not gonna happen. It is on him. It's all in his hands now. If he beats Moon, he is in a great, great spot. Keeper of the Grove it is for Moon with a close-up attack first. Blade Master start for Cash.
Yeah, and I like the point you bring up here. It is absolutely in Cash's hands. Some players have to hope for things to go well for them to advance anymore, but if Cash wins both his remaining games, he is going to be through. But of course, it's not going to be easy. He went for the Lin opening that we saw 2 days ago, I think it was, going for the speed stroll early, delaying the barracks, hoping for the last hit steals on the big camp. But Moon, anticipating this, went for the small camp instead. This is a big last hit, I think, that keeps the Keeper on level 1, and he will get it. So the Keeper now still without entangling roots.
Cash with 1 Windwalk remaining. That's not too much pressure on the Keeper. He's very, very healthy. Moon making sure that the Treants get all the damage, and the Moon Juice will only regenerate the mana. Tier 2 on Cash's side with the 1 burrow tech. Standard for Orcs at the moment. But yeah, his levels are lackluster, and that's something we see for the Orcs in the entire tournament thus far.
Yeah. Wants to be aggressive here against his Keeper. Doesn't want to let him level. If he can keep him away from Entangle, that's amazing. Oh, can he though? Really good movement by Cash, right? Blade Master looks for the creeping on the other side of the map, and the Grunt keeps tabs on the Keeper, and I think he got all the last hits there.
Yes, he did. Keeper is still not level 2.
Nice
play. He knows where the Keeper is. Cash shows up here, howling at the Moon.
He's gonna get a consumable here. Lightning Shield, Sentry Wards, etc. Not gonna be too impressive. I was confused at what this guy is doing. It's cannibalizing, apparently.
Yes.
That Murloc didn't know he could do that. Finds the Wand of Illusion. Can always come in handy.
For scouting especially. With the Blade Master, when of Illusion, you can scout so well. But Moon
There we go.
gets his level 2, and now it's getting dangerous for Cash. The disable is there, the Grunt is right next to him, could potentially be dangerous. And there we have the first entangle, resulting in most likely the first kill. If yeah, okay, there it is. Has to use the second entangle though.
He was thinking about if he wanted to be greedy perhaps and just run him down, but no, uses the entangle, ensures the kill.
Cash with a nice reveal, getting very close to level 2 there, and getting rid of one archer. Of course, the trade is still better for Moon, but you expect that from the Night Elf at this stage of the game, and he forces Moon to use more juice.
Player's forces are under attack.
Blade Master now almost level 2. The Grunts could find the experience here if he was keeping a close eye on the Keeper's mana. Now he certainly sees that he will know that there's no entangle. At the moment, there's nothing to fear. But obviously, with Moon Juice, he's going to heal up or regen up that mana very quickly. Here we go. Boom, boom. 200 mana again. Not depleting all of his Moon Juice here, as you can see. He wants to make use of that passive mana regen as well on the Keeper of the Grove.
A little bit of first person by Cash here in the bottom right, in case you're interested in that. What did you want to say?
He's stealing this with a Blade Master only. With using the Wand of Illusion so well here to tank against this. I like that a lot.
Yeah, waiting for the Shadow Hunter at the moment. Moon starts creeping with this Alchemist. We have seen Hunter and plenty of other Night Elves going super aggressive with Entangle and Acid Bomb, but it's only level 1 Entangle. Big experience for the Blade Master here, so Moon can't hurt Cash in the way he wants to.
With the Hex coming in, this could be a couple of kills here going his way. And there it is, onto the Archer first. Blade Master has to be careful though.
Yeah.
Didn't heal before leaving the camp, I guess. It's a bit of an error.
But he has a big mana potion. What a welcoming gift for the Shadow Hunter. More hexes to come. Very interesting. Both have a disable now. With Hex and with Entangle, both have to be very careful. I wouldn't be too surprised if they just leave each other alone for a bit and creep up.
Pretty aggressive stance though by Cash, right? Going into the middle of the map. Could have just been creeping up on his side. Could have gone for his Tuskars. Could have gotten his level 2 right away on this Shadow. But no, he's not going to concede the middle. He may not have gotten the big boy with the item, but he's going to get the remainder of the camp at the marketplace.
Moon is rushing tier 3 without anything else. No lures. Interesting idea. But it is Moon. You never know what he comes up with out of nowhere. 5 archers already. Big investment into tier 1.
The tier 3 was scouted, by the way. I think it was with a real Blade Master earlier, or with an illusion. Not 100% on that one, but he knows about this. And as it is, the new patch is probably going to be Mountain Giants. Now the Shadow Hunter in a bit of trouble. He gets an archer here. Actually, the Keeper's out of mana, so again, he can't really do much here.
Oh, would love to see the mana here. Oh, no backstab available, otherwise it could have been a kill. And this exposes the Alchemist a little. Very susceptible to physical damage, as we see. Shadow Hunter is coming back with the great mana potion. Cash gets the kill again, I think.
Yep, he got it. Experience and the tome, it was, I think, that was dropped. But now the Keeper's back with mana, and now he's going to find some kills with the Entangle.
But keeping him away from level 3. Ah, actually, with his Overseer, should be his level 3. He's rushing Chimera Roosts! Oh, Moon, that's why he is beloved around the world. Always something different. We have seen this from Ruden in Europe a little bit.
But you mean against Human, right?
No, against Orc Worker.
Against Orc Worker? Okay, I didn't see that game.
So, can't you just counter that with massed bats? Or with a lot of bats? It's not the best trade, because you have to use quite a few Bat Riders. But if you can rid of, let's say, the first 2, and then ensnare the third one.
Yeah, there's a lot of counters to Chims. It could be bats, it could be Headhunters, it could be Wind Riders. It could be Triple Hero, it could be Orb, but is he going to have it in time?
He needs to scout this ASAP.
Yeah. Is he going to do it, though? Like, he's playing the meta right now, right? Moon rushing tier 3. Mountain Giants are all the rage at the moment. I'm pretty sure Wolf's Cash is expecting the MGs, and Moon is expecting that to be responded to by Cash. So this is going to come as a total surprise, I think.
They are ready. There's no scout on the way for Cash at all. Or does he know about this in general? Moon at 50 supply. Triple Chimeras coming.
Gems.
6 heads. Tons of damage.
Those grunts will disappear.
The walkers as well. He's going more grunts. He has no idea. He has absolutely no idea about this.
Oh, baby.
The town is under siege.
That's not looking too promising right now for Cash. Or can he perhaps rely upon his heroes to win this for him? Serpent Wards might not be too bad, but he doesn't have Serpent Wards. He's going for the old school Hex and Heal Wave skill build. And this army, it does not look well equipped at all to deal with gyms.
I'm searching for a little blue dot on this minimap, but Cash is blind.
And that's the thing about orcs, right? They're like, well, no matter what you make, Raider Walker is always going to be good. But this is like the one unit comp against which it should not be good at all. Just chimps. And archers, I guess.
Going for the second red spot here, Moon found the endurance aura already, more movement speed, very good for the Chimeras, and more attack speed as well. What is Cash finding? Plus 12, not too bad, I'd say.
Yeah, he needs damage.
Yeah.
Desperately needs damage against these chimps.
He doesn't have tier 3 and no Orb of Lightning though.
The good thing is, when he sees these chimps for the first time and gets perhaps blindsided, he can run away with a scroll of speed, and he has disenchant mana to get rid of entangles.
He's going for reinforced defenses. The Blade Master
he
sees
sees
it. Okay, what's the response? He needs an immediate response.
Yeah, the reinforced defenses are going to be very helpful, otherwise these burrows would just pop immediately.
He's supply stacked, he can't build anything. He's at 50, he's capped there, and now he's finding the Raiders. Entangle against it. This one will almost likely dispel. Oh, nice heal wave, keeping everything alive thus far. Blade Master in focus, Acid Bomb and Chimera damage is insane. You see it on the Kodo now, Dispel again. How much Dispel does he have left?
So, Chim's a bit out of position. Oh, Hex is actually really good, right? The one Chim doesn't do anything. He's going for the other one. We have the heal wards in the back, but one of them is going to be taken out. The second gets taken out. We have 2 owls up in the air. Excuse me, 1 owl, 1 albatross, and the real Chim is dead. But the Hex expires on the first one. Does he have ensnares left? It doesn't look like it. No, there is!
The big mana potion man coming in so handy for Cash. Taking out the first one. Does he have the damage for the second one? That's the big question. Blade Master, is he attacking with a critical strike? No, he's not. Second one survives, but Moon did not expect this, as it seems, and that buys some time for Cash to get a response. It's still Raiders and Grunts, though.
Yeah, I totally forgot about the Hex. Of course, you can just Hex him. Like you can do against Frostfront as well. A bit of a mistake perhaps by Moon to not bring Wisps to have Dispel against this.
Headhunters now.
But may very well add them in here now.
That might be one of the very few instances where the second level of Hex is actually really, really good.
Yeah, that's true. It's going to extend the duration by a lot.
Yeah, now he brings Wisp. Okay, Moon adapts immediately.
He even had Wisps for the first battle, but he detonated them all immediately into the walkers. He's going to have to retain some of those for the later stages. All right, Cash here with a very solid hold on the first time around. Only had some ahead notice from the Blade Master scouting, who is now level 4.
I'm pretty sure the Chimps have no... Oh, they have Corrosive Breath. Okay, so Cash has to be careful about his burrows. If they get attacked by the Chimeras, then...
Oh, he bought a Wand of Illusion from the marketplace, I think. That can be a big deal.
But Cash has to be aware that this can't be a 70 supply army already.
Yeah, but still, it's not always so easy to figure out which the right ones are. First Walker dies like immediately.
Second one as well. He's going for the Keeper of the Grove, wants to force a town portal or something, but there's no real damage. Only on the archers a little bit, but man, Cash's army is falling apart. Heal Wave, he's trying so hard. The Kodo dies. Acid Bomb into nowhere though. He's webbing one and Cash calls for the GG. Moon with an unusual strategy with a massive air army defeats Cash. First fight was good, but then again, Moon comes back, Moon strikes back. 7-0.
With the Chimera Rush of all strategies. Using one of the strengths of Night Elves, have so many different strategies to choose from, whereas the Orcs really seem to be, in the old meta at least, forced into the Raider Walker. Was Cash here a little too stuck in the old? Stuck with the standard? Unwilling to adapt?
I said this many, many times now. In this patch 1.30, you have to scout all the time, otherwise this happens. This is something very new in Warcraft, that so much unusual stuff is happening and that you can be surprised.
Yep.
Because the meta has been set in stone for 10 years straight, maybe? There was a surprise here and there sometimes, but very, very rare to see stuff like this.
Especially from the Night Elf side. You don't know what that army is going to look like in the end that he's going to throw at you. Human have a lot of variants as well, and orcs even nowadays. Only undead seem to be still sticking with their old for the most part.
Yeah, man, why aren't you using your necromancers?
Don't get me started on necromancers, dude.
Cash's map now. Can he pick up on the great games yesterday? The early game was pretty fantastic with all the steals with the Blade Master, keeping the Keeper of the Groves from level 3 and 2 for such a long time. The creeping with the Wand of Illusion helped him. That was a very fast Blade Master level 2 compared to the other orcs that we've seen the day before.
Yeah, the early game presence and unit usage was absolutely outstanding. But he went for the curveball here, didn't he, Moon?
Yes.
The triple Chim Roost Rush.
So we have results from other games. Infi defeats Shishi 2-0 and Sonic was leading 1-0 against PCG. Is there a new result? Yeah, PCG equalizing, winning the first map of the tournament for him.
The two maps we do have remaining, by the way, are Concealed Hill and Terranos. Should be Terranos, right? No, it's Concealed Hill for his choice. Isn't Terranos like really good? You get the Shadow Priest right away, to have the Dispel. You can go for Claw Hunt if you want to.
No, Terranos was Moon's thing. It's also a good Night Elf map, especially for expansions.
Maybe he got the first map pick and that was Terranos. Yeah.
Concealed Hills is the fountain map. And that helps orcs, as we know. Also, Focus showed us yesterday how to creep on this map with hacks. Can Cash do it as well? We've seen orcs surprising. Focus versus 1-2-0 was one example. Cash needs this next map. Otherwise, he's most likely eliminated. And Moon keeps the clean sheet.
And in we go. What's Moon gonna show this time? I'm pretty damn sure. Oh my god.
It's the first time in this tournament, on this very stream, that a Night Elf is not going for the Keeper of the Grove. All hail Moon.
Yeah, it had to be Moon, right?
Yes.
It just had to be Moon. Well, well, well. I was expecting to see maybe a Demon Hunter at one point, perhaps even a Potom in the mirror, but no, it's a neutral hero. And if you guys have been watching this game for a while, before this patch, Moon loved going for the neutral heroes at the tavern, and like for any of them. Like we've seen so much variety in his first hero choices, but there's one of them is his favorite. If the tavern heroes were his children, he's unfairly kind to one especially, and that is the Beastmaster. Used to love to play this against human, especially in the hard days of like Twisted Meadows and stuff, even against Orc. Is he still a fan of the man with the mask?
Yeah, Beastmaster would be the logical choice. Everything else would surprise me, but Moon is surprising us all. Cash this time, going for the barracks and shop, no insta-harass. I would bet a lot of money on the Beastmaster.
Like
what else could it be?
Yeah, what else is viable exactly? You have to think about this.
Well, Moon is already qualified, right? So he can toy around a little. I could see a Pitlord first or something coming from him.
Is he gonna do that though? Is he like such a clowny player?
I think he knows that his fans love the variety that he puts in his hero builds.
Everybody does. It's so refreshing to see.
He is certainly a player that pleases his fans or tries to please his fans to the fullest.
So the hero here, if he wants to stand a chance of winning, has to be fast. That's always important for the first hero in almost every case. Otherwise, Blade is just going to run you down way too easily. This
is something I mentioned when the map came out, by the way. This tavern is so close to the opponent's base, and he is instantly there now.
Yeah.
Blade Master is low.
That's
he can't cancel the shop, though. Tech is on the way. It's okay. This wasn't a great timing for him.
I think he was hoping for the Grunt to have taken the damage from the creep camp. Then perhaps he could have been able to find a kill. That was not the case, though, obviously. It's going for mass Moonwells in the main. Moon is going to have a lot of regen here available to himself very soon. And a lot of resources still, by the way, on his side. I think a lot of lumber just went into production, so this might be a Huntress opening here out of the Night Elf. Oh, no, never mind.
Just mass Moonwells.
It's a no Ancient of War tech.
Very interesting, man. Very, very interesting. I think this shows... But What's up?
Imagine if he just rushes tier 3 and rushes gyms again.
With Chimeras again?
With no units.
He can certainly distract a lot with these summons. You constantly have to take care of it, otherwise your peons die or your burrows are getting hurt. And he keeps Cash away from level 2. Quite far, actually.
Grunt was scouting out the main, seeing what's going on. Perhaps even was looking for an expansion that we do not have. That's a nice thing here. Moving away from the Keeper, seen from the Orcish side, you can use those grunts offensively. There is no danger of entangle. You're not going to lose him unless something very weird happens. So he has good information now. Saw the fast text, saw no Ancient of War. But what does that tell him?
Yeah.
What is going to be the follow-up? I got no idea. And I don't know if Cash is an idea either.
Is the speed scroll now?
What?
Is he doing with it, though? He saw the Beastmaster, right? Or was it Chips in the Night? Because it's nighttime.
May have been.
Stealing some creep spots.
I guess he thought the Beastmaster was creeping this, so he wanted to appear there, arrive there to steal the last hit. Speed scroll gone, not the biggest of deals, of course. Only 50 gold. But if you can keep that for later purposes, it can be a big help as well. Gets the circlet here. Still no level 2. Beastmaster now going to be annoying in the main. Might be able to cancel the War Mill. But if the blade goes for a staff, perhaps he can come home here to defend this. And yeah, this War Mill... Oh, he's not even going for it, though. Okay, War Mill will be coming through. Want to cancel the tier 2 buildings, I guess. A little too early for that.
Okay. Cash is staying on Moon's side of the map thus far, waiting for some reinforcements or something, but there's nothing. Moon's still at 19 supply, hoarding gold. Feeling like King Midas now.
This will be the level 2 for the blade. He's not overreacting here, Cash. I like that. He realized this really is only one Beastmaster.
Action of Wind. Is he playing Massive Furies against him?
I mean, they're not too popular anymore, but you could still go for Talons. Certainly no Hippos, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, there's no archers. Makes no sense to go Hippos. Keeper of the Grove second. That speaks a little for Talons, right? Mass summons? With Treants and the Quill Beasts? 0 experience on the Beastmaster.
He hasn't gotten done too much just yet. With the Hex coming in, he may not even get this cancel. Ah, well, he does.
Wants to save the mana. Cash does. But yeah, his progress is slowed down as well. Blade Master's trying his best. Tome of Agility, of course, nice, but he needs a little healing. Yeah, there we go. Tier 3 as well. So fairy, it makes no sense to go for tier 3 with Fairy Dragons, right? So
yeah,
this kind of must be Talents then. Old School Moon.
Can he cancel this again? That would be pretty nice.
They used the first Hex already, the second one now.
And the blade's almost here, so I think this should be coming through. We hear the
important.
Windwalk.
Yeah, Talents it is.
Okay.
Haven't seen this a lot in patch 1.3. You mentioned it before the cast that it fell out of meta quite hard.
Yeah. Used to be every strat, every game, all the time. Became pretty stale for us.
They are a little bit more expensive now as they were before, and that's the gold that you usually invest into scrolls. But the scrolls you only need against the Tauren Chieftain, and we have a Shadow Hunter here.
Quite a bit more expensive, in fact. More than 10% cost increase. That did become noticeable indeed.
Well, 10% on a Talon is not too much.
Yeah, but you make like 20 of them in a game. It's gonna add up.
Yeah, you make them up, it's true. Oh, the Totem again cancelled. This is so important. Or is it? He's going for the Keeper. Has no Dispel, of course, though. Backstab. Oh, Staff out during the backstab. Nice play by Moon, and he cancels the Totem again, and the Spirit Walkers are so far away, and that's exactly what you need against this play. You need Dispel.
Gonna get the TP here at least. Makes him work for it, but that's a TP gone, and that's always dangerous against Orc. Is he gonna let him die? He may just... He's denying him with the Treants! Wow!
Windwalk used to no effect.
That's
no experience for Cash. That would have been his level 3, but the Treants still might get him there.
That's gonna be another highlight clip for tomorrow, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
And yeah, as you said, so important to keep these Walker numbers not only low, but out of the game. You want to have him out as quickly as possible, start regening mana, because it's all about Dispel against the Talons. And especially in this game against the Summons as well.
Tomorrow are no games, by the way. We have a day off after 4 days of group stage. But for Wednesday, I guess it's going to be the highlight clip there. Cash, is it Zeppelin time? How can you... You can't stop Master Training anymore. It's impossible. Moon is gearing up to 50 supply. Fire Lord! What? It is mass summons.
Yeah, all out summons. Here we go.
And he has still no dispel.
I like the reveal, by the way, that Cash used there into the Knight of Main. Doesn't want to get blindsided again. And now he knows, oh goddamn, it's mass talents. He's got master training already or soon, and I have no dispel.
What a push. 2 Quilbies, 2 Treants. Who knows how many lava spawns this is going to be.
But if he has reinforced defenses, he could be looking sturdy at home.
Oh, and the totem is basically an invitation to cancel this. Moon is around the corner. No reinforced defenses at all. Cash is leaving his base. Finally, the totem finishes.
Wow, what a strat by Moon. 3 level 1 heroes, but who cares? I got talents.
Yep. There is even a shop coming in the back, as orcs love to do. Second set of Treants. So much damage. The lava spawn should attack the peons that are coming to repair. He's hunting down the talents now, but Cyclone, over Cyclone, over Cyclone. Just out-teched.
Level 2 SH has to be Serpent Wards, yeah.
Far in the back, though. Lava spawns did not split yet. Blade Master up in the air. The totem is gone. He has not a single walker. Only raiders and grunts.
Getting a couple of talents here. If you can eliminate them, maybe the Blade Master can do this. Here come the scrolls. And they're going to help out as well, but there's still talents left in the back here, as we saw just 4 in the bottom there. And of course, more and more will be streaming in from the main. They may have become more expensive, but they're still not all that expensive. Shop taken out, but man, this orc army is falling apart. Everything is so low. Level up now even for the Keeper to level 2. He's got Entangle to use now if he wants to, if he has the mana, trying for the surround. On the Fire Lord, that's not going to work either. And now he's left with 1 grunt only to accompany these 2 heroes.
He's going for the Fire Lord to prevent more lava spawns, but this is looking very desperate for the Wolves player. Or going for the Keeper, Invul Potion. Nice. He is ready for every situation, for everything that Cash throws at him. He's trying to save the Shadow Hunter. Yep, with an Invul Potion, we still have 5 summons in the battlefield, on the battlefield.
Goddamn. Moon with the outsmarting in both games. Heavily
outsmarted indeed. Headhunter's coming now for more damage, but he's still lacking the dispel. Oh, more Serpent Wards. Beastmaster, is that a target? Not if you're up in the air. He has no damage without the blade, and the blade is disabled.
Got some Headhunters now. Can they do something?
We have double disable, by the way, now with Soul Burn and Entangle. Or is it Incinerate?
I don't believe so.
No, we need
oh man, the peons are trying their best. Level up for the Beastie Boy. Is it gonna be the Bash Bear? He probably doesn't have mana though, so not a good idea.
Cash survived this massive push though, and the longer the game goes, the better it is for him usually. If he would somehow get a dispel.
Did he get a totem in the back? There should be room somewhere.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Alright, he's got the range now. He's got the piercing damage from the Headhunters. Gets 1 kill at least, and not just yet losing any units for it, but he's suffering a lot of HP losses.
Shadow Hunter is leveling up, but he's only level 2, going for the Beastmaster again, trying to force the town portal. Can he swap something to Steph maybe? Oh, everything is on him. He's not being used. He needs a critical strike, and then he's dead. Oh no! Moon survives with like 10 HP or 40 HP. Invul Potion saves the TP. Staff now out, and the Beastmaster is healthy in the base again. Moon just perfect place here. And a little unlucky as well for Cash.
Yep, he needed that crit. Didn't get it. And that almost looked like an all-in attempt.
That was full Hail Mary to get the first hero.
Yeah, it wasn't a low percentage play though. That very well could have worked. Just barely didn't.
Cash is facing elimination. He needs to come up with some kind of trick. Moon is 10 supply ahead. Moon's hero levels 2-2-2 against 3-2. Keeper's closing in on 3 as well. Serpent Wards are only level 1. What a difference a level 3 Shadow Hunter would make now.
Not too close to it though, to be honest. So many summons and wards and everything everywhere.
Summons are easy experience though.
True. Gets another one right there.
And Moon is using so much Fury Fire that there can't be that much mana for Cyclone. But you only need 1 against the Blade.
Yeah, Exactly. It's the only target you have to put it on. And those Serpent Wards. They're getting focused out as well. Oh my god, he's losing so many units right now. 28 supply only left. He's got 3 units. That 1 Kodo and the 2 Berserkers. Headhunters, that is. SH entangled. Beastmaster dropping low once again, but the staff before the ensnare.
Again! How many cool plays is Moon pulling out on the second map against Cash? It just looks a little like a show match. A show off of the skills and Moon. And the Moon is 8-0! Wow. Can you believe it?
Makes it official with this. He is definitely in the playoffs. And in dominating fashion, dude. He is looking scary in this tournament.
Even fooling around a little, once again going off meta. Man, this micro was the best micro I've seen all tournament.
Yeah,
there was not a single mistake. It was always a split second away.
Yeah. I especially appreciate this strategically. How important it was to kill that Torrent Totem.
Yeah.
With all those summons, he just barely got it done. And maybe Cash there slacking a little bit. He should have realized how important walkers would be in case it was actually talents. Should perhaps send out peons to scout to see this ahead of time. Perhaps a staff on the Blade Master to come home to defend. But
yeah, staff would have been good. But I think in the normal meta, then Raiders are so much better. Spirit Link is always good, yeah, but getting the first end snare to pressure the keeper even more, which there was no keeper actually, and he knew it, but pressuring the hero more should be normal. I don't know, man. But I'm just in awe of what Moon has just presented here. Fantastic.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. On his way to a perfect track record. 1 game is left. Let's take a look. Who's that going to be against?
Sonic.
Sonic, who has not been too impressive here just yet. He is already disqualified.
Disqualified. Out. He's out.
No, he is without chances. I mean, of course, to get into the playoffs. Cash with 2 losses.
Infi won the game against Shishi. Infi won the game against Cash, so I think Moon and Infi will advance from this group.
Maybe there's a weird tiebreaker situation with like 3-2 on 3 players, but it's very unlikely. And now
I think
it is out of Cash's hands.
Infi has to lose against PCG, Cash has to win his next game and something, then it's possible, then we get a 3-way tie.
Yep.
That might be the thing, but really not sure. We will see Infi versus PCG in the 4th match of the day, but coming up on paper, the most promising match. It is for the win in Group D. I don't know if we have mentioned this, but both players are already qualified. Lawlight and Focus making it out of Group D. That means 1-2-0 eliminated. No Undead in the playoff. The Scourge is suffering hard here at WGL. Everybody says they're Imba, but they're out. WFC not doing it. Lucifer not doing it. 1-2-0 disappointing as well. So who's going to get the top seed from Group D? It's going to be Focus versus Lawlight, the battle of the Korean brothers.
It's kind of mean that you're not mentioning PCG.
Well, he's still fighting.
Yeah. Is he going to be able to do it? Unlikely, of course. He's another undead here in the running, but he kind of squeaked by to get in here to begin with. Nobody really is expecting anything of him, and I certainly doubt he's going to be making a splash in the playoffs. 1-0. Disappointing again. Once again, doesn't get out of the groups. What is going on with the young man from Newbie?
On and off the battlefield, a disappointment. That is correct, but the Koreans, they are showing off. Lin, super strong. Moon, super strong. Lawlight, super strong. Focus, breaking, creeping with Hex. However he did that. I mean, innovative stuff coming from Focus. They want to present themselves for the clans that are watching here at the Gold League, and man, do they do a great job.
Yeah, and as we've been mentioning now several times, it's always been Chinese champions every single time. We've had Koreans and also Foggy in the finals, but in the end, the land of the rising sun prevails so far. Wait, is that Japan? Yep. Anyways,
the land of the middle.
The land of the middle, exactly. Is it finally time for Korea? It seems to be lining up. Moon is finally showing up here, not just in shape, but in strength and power. I haven't seen him like that in a long time. Lin also performing as he most of the time does, and perhaps more importantly, the Chinese for once faltering so far.
We'll see. The Europeans are doing a good job on the map, but they can't get the results, unfortunately, except Foggy. We give it up again to Snowkiss and Moon for the winner's interview, and we'll be back with Law Liot and Focus. Stay tuned.
好，我们想来问一下莫呢，他目前是一个4胜的战绩，而且是一个小分都没有输过，那感想怎么样啊？
네, 총 4번을 이기셨고요. 4번 다 해서 2대0으로 이겼습니다. 이제 그 느낌이 어떠하시나요?
어제 그 3승을 거두면서 다 2대0 스코어로 이겼기 때문에 오늘도 그 2대0 스코어로 해서 5승 만들도록 하겠습니다.
那因为昨天也是3连胜，而且都是2比0，那希望接下来都是这个2比0的全胜局。
确实，我们也是希望接下去可以看到更多的2比0。那来问一下莫呢，因为我记得昨天我问他的时候，他说他的目标是先定了小组出线，那现在已经是8强了，之后的目标又是什么呢？
어제 얘기하시기를 그 8강 진출이 첫 번째 목표로 하셨는데 이미 이건 달성하셨습니다. 그럼 이제 다음에는 어떤 목표를 갖게 되시나요?
이제 우승을 목표로 도전하겠습니다.
那接下来要挑战的就是成为最后冠军。
那我知道现场来了很多的观众，都是来支持Moon的，而且特别是都想获得Moon这个亲笔签名的一个战服。来问一下Moon有没有什么想对现场这么多来支持您的粉丝说的吗？
현장에 Moon이 이제 많은 팬들이 모였는데 팬들한테 이제 한마디 해주시겠습니까?
아유, 어제보다 오늘 이렇게 또 주말이고 하다 보는데 이렇게 사람들이 많이 와주셔서 대단히 감사드리고. 오늘 남은 경기들 아직도 많이 남았는데 끝까지 다른 선수들도 많이 응원해 주시고 재밌게 관람하셨으면 좋겠습니다.
也是周末来了很多观众，特别感谢各位。然后希望接下来还有很多好多的比赛，各位是好好的参观，然后呢一起喜欢这款游戏，谢谢。